Thank you.
Okay, let's move on. Today, we're also talking about a recipe for friendship diplomacy and yes, food. Japan's ambassador to India enjoying a plate of biryani and going fully desi. As you see on your screens, eating it with his own hands. The moment has gone viral. It's drawn smiles across social media. It's also a reminder that sometimes the quickest way to connect cultures is not policy or protocol, it's good food. At Davos as well, we saw world leaders enjoying the flavors of India. Japanese ambassador on your screens diving into biryani with his hands. Former Japanese Prime Minister Kishida also has spoken of how he just can't resist golgappas. French President Macron sipping chai from a kulhad. Obama, Kamala Harris, big fans of Indian food. The British ambassador totally hooked on the Mysore masala dosa. We've heard of some of these stories. So food here isn't just delicious, it is diplomacy on a plate. Why? Because it shows humility, builds goodwill, also demonstrates respect for local culture. It humanizes international relations, let's not forget that, and strengthens people-to-people connections. Finally, it also positions India and Indian food as a powerful tool of soft power globally. Across India, cultural embassies bring the country's diverse cuisines all under one roof. We'll take you through some examples. Andhra Bhavan, for instance, you can enjoy unlimited veg thali. There's lots more. Sunday biryani. Karnataka Sangh also serves Mysore masala dosa, very famous ragi dosa. That's pretty much on their menu, what you see on your screens. There's also the Kerala Sadhya, there's Bihar Nivas, there is the Litti Choka in Bihar Nivas, which is served on a daily basis. Gujarat Bhavan serves traditional Gujarati thali. There is also the West Bengal Bhavan that features fish curry, kosha mangsho. All of this is served. Assam Bhavan, again Assamese thalis. So this is the kind of menu that J&K Bhavan, Bhavans across embassies across the country have come up with these wonderful ideas, concepts to really give the flavor of India and make sure it reaches to each one of us, especially the ones who are coming from abroad. Punjab Bhavan, once again, we've seen sarson ka saag, makki ki roti, all of this being served. So it's not just food, it's India's culture winning hearts worldwide. And when we talk about India's culture, it's not limited to food alone. Yoga, Ayurveda spreading wellness globally, Bollywood shining on Oscars, several world stages, classical dance, music, all taught in foreign universities now. There's also saris, khadi, making fashion statements around the world. So let's talk about this entire concept that's been unfolding, escalating and only sharpening in the last few years. India's unspoken ambassador, food and more through a diplomatic and artistic lens. To first up give us a diplomatic opinion on this story, joining me is Sanjay Verma, former Indian ambassador to Japan. Thank you, sir. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. You were keeping up with these brilliant visuals and I hope you've had your breakfast already, Ambassador Verma. But what do you make of this? You've traveled the world, you've interacted with some of these top officials across the world. Can you hear me, sir?
Food is a great leveler, and each country prides in its own food. But when the foreigners would appreciate your food and food culture, what you'll see is an instant connect between the personalities. And from there, we go ahead and do whatever we have to do diplomatically.
Okay. Would you say that food, and I know it may not sound like a big deal and people are just having food, they're just sharing their cuisine with the rest of the world. But why is it that these kind of visuals, what we're seeing on our screen, become such a big thing that everyone on the internet is obsessing over it? Food really, do you think, is one of India's softest diplomatic tool?
It is. And Indian food is famous all over the world. If I look at Japan, there are close to about 5,000 outlets in Japan which serve Indian food. So yes, Indian food is popular in Japan. And whenever you look at a foreign food and try to appreciate it, it goes much beyond just eating the food. It connects people with people. It connects taste buds. It connects the soft side of the diplomatic skills which you just mentioned. So it is much more than food. Food is just for the stomach. It goes into the mind and hearts.
So what's happening when at the World Economic Forum, in the main area, we see Indian khichdi being served. You know, we've pulled out those visuals on our screens right now. So it's not just Indian officials who are coming in for this khichdi. You see a Japanese official there. You see delegates from around the world opting for a khichdi and nothing else. There's samosa being served, there's masala chai being served. How is it that these cuisines, which typically have seen birth in India, have been famous here through the years, are resonating with the audience across the world? Have you had conversations with officials from other countries who say, this is what we like, this is why we like Indian food so much?
Absolutely. For Indian food, it is full of taste. It activates the taste bud for all kinds of tastes that you can take in, or all types of smells that comes with it. As far as khichdi is concerned, what could be a greater food than khichdi in cold divorce? So I think that would have been a hit. But going beyond India, if you look at the kind of khichdi recipes, many of other cultures also have similar rice recipes in which someone will put some meats, someone will put vegetables, someone will have it more drier, someone will have it more runny. So that khichdi kind of food is available in Spain, if you look at, in Russia, in Japan. And what people generally try to do is they try to test the other kind of khichdi which are available in the world. And Indian khichdi is full of spices, full of flavors, full of smells. And that is why I think it is more popular.
I don't know whether, food can completely replace policy conversations and completely sway the world order. If biryani and, your Mughlai dishes could do that, we would have been somewhere else. But yes, it indeed does have a huge impact. Ambassador Verma, we don't have a very clear connection with you, but it was lovely having you today over on the Breakfast Club for this very interesting conversation. Something very different than what we've normally reached out to you for. So thank you for joining us this morning. I do want to also bring in Chef Ruchi Bharani into the conversation and really understand what Indian food stealing hearts worldwide means to the entire industry, to chefs who are actually serving and cooking this food. Ruchi, good morning. Hi. The first thought that you get when you see a foreign delegate, in this case it's the Japanese ambassador to India, eating biryani, enjoying it so much and eating it with his hands, how does it make you feel?
Good morning. It just makes me very, very proud of Indian food and how well and lovingly it is accepted throughout the world and by all the people around the world. And I think it makes us very proud as somebody from this field, who is able to also, in a small way, at least spread Indian food all around the world, which is amazing. And the best part, he was trying to eat it with hand because obviously it's part of our culture and they were embracing the culture so openly. And in Ayurveda and spiritually also it's said that, food should be eaten with the hands because it tends to create a connect with your mind and the food. So it was really nice for them to accept our culture and enjoy it.
So when someone does this, Ruchi, what they're essentially doing is they're not just conveying to you or the chef or the person behind that wonderful dish we see. They're not just saying that it's tasty. They're also showing, in a way, some trust that they're placing in you, right?
Yes, not just trust, but also respect. Respect for the food, respect for the culture, respect for the person who's put in so much effort to bring that plate on the table. So most definitely, yes.
We see a lot of Indian chefs running Michelin-starred kitchens worldwide, New York, Paris, Dubai, you name it. Do you think that story is evolving each passing year and that is playing a key role in how Indian food is reaching people across the world?
Most definitely. The way the Indian chefs are promoting and cooking and the kind of innovation they are doing with the Indian food, trying to keep the tradition alive with a little bit of modern twist is very well accepted, around across the world. And I think that is the key reason why Indian food is catching so much fame and love. And yeah.
As a chef, Ruchi, very quickly, we need to wrap up. We're short of time. But we've seen India, for instance, turn millets, which is a millet staple, into a climate champion. You know, the Prime Minister ensured that during G20 in 2023, the menu is curated around millet dishes. When that happens, what does it really mean for the food story in India, and how much of a role does that play? Because no one would have thought that this would be featured on the menu when the big world leaders, top world leaders are in India, no?
Well, our Prime Minister is taking us back to the roots by embracing millets and trying to bring it on, not just back onto our local tables, but also worldwide, because I think it is extremely healthy, of course, and it was much needed because it deserved to be coming back and accepted and not forgotten with just the modern way of living. So I think it's an amazing way of bringing our roots back onto the table.
Ruchi, thank you so much for joining us, and really, you know, for people like you who continue to be the real heroes behind this story and actually taking Indian foods worldwide. Thank you for joining us on The Breakfast Club.
Thank you so much.